If you're learning jewelry cut, don't just copy iconic designs. You should learn why they work. For example, this Tiffany cross, one of the most copied piece of jewelry. I can model it in 30 minutes or maybe less, but it still works. Let's find out why. Every piece of jewelry that you have ever owned has gone through a specific process, and designing and modeling are important parts of that process. Let's do Tiffany Iconic Cross by Elsa Peretti. I think the answer starts with what I call to kiss, but honestly, that's only part of the story. The first key is the story. This shape has an author. Elsa Peretti didn't just draw a random curve. She spent years studying nature, the human body, Gaudi's architecture, and turned all of that into a single line that feels inevitable, like it couldn't have been any other way. Key to perception. Research shows people find curved shapes more approachable than sharp, angular ones. They just feel calmer to look at. But I don't think those two keys explain everything. There is another layer, a very important part. Tiffany gave this design a stage. A beautiful design by an unknown designer can take decades to find an audience, or never find one at all. Tiffany already had global stars, a trusted name, and the ability to put one piece in front of millions of people. Then came the timing. In 1974, Tiffany was ready for a new identity, and Elsa Peretti arrived at exactly the right moment. Silver made the design accessible. Suddenly, it wasn't a piece that only one or a few people could own. Celebrities wore it. Magazines kept telling the Peretti and Tiffany story. Year after year, people saw the same design in different places until it became more than jewelry. It became part of culture. And there is one more reason people rarely mention. From a manufacturing perspective, smooth continuous surfaces are generally easier to finish and polish consistently than designs full of sharp internal corners. It is not the romantic part of the story, but it's real. So this is how I see it. I don't think iconic design comes from psychology alone, or history alone, or marketing alone. It happens when all of those forces align. A memorable form, a designer with a unique point of view, a brand people trust. The right price, the right decade, the right people wearing it. The same story repeated for years. An icon is not one ingredient, it is a system. That's why I can rebuild this cross arena in 10 or 20 or 30 minutes. Copying the geometry is easy, and maybe that's the real lesson. As designers, we can copy geometry, but we have to understand the system behind it, not just the geometry. Geometry is rarely what people fall in love with. They fall in love with everything around it. Now we looked at final result. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Please welcome.